Okay, students. So today's topic is numerical based on equations of motion. Now we had studied equations of motions, and we know that there are three equations of motion, in which the first equation of motion is v equals to u plus at. This is your first equation of motion, where your v is your final velocity, u is initial velocity, a is acceleration, and t is time. Also, the second equation of motion is s equals to ut plus half at square. And your third equation of motion is v square minus u square equals to 2as. So here first we have to know what these symbols represent. So v is your final velocity, u is your initial velocity, a is your acceleration, and acceleration, we know that the rate of change in velocity is acceleration. Also, t is your time, and here s is the symbol for distance. So these are the basic three equations of motions. Now the topic is numericals based on equation of motion. So if we know that these are the three equations of motions, so we can also solve numerical based on these three equations by using these three equations. So for example, let us take one example. Here it is written, a car starts from rest and acquire a velocity of 54 km per hour. So from this statement we got to know that a car starts from rest, means initially the car is at rest and then it starts. So if initially the car is at rest, the first thing we will write that the initial velocity, that is u, is 0, because in the starting car किस position में थी, rest position में थी. So here given u, that is your initial velocity, is 0 meter per second. Why meter per second? Because meter per second is the basic unit of your velocity, or you can say the SI unit of velocity. Now a car starts from rest and acquire a velocity of 54 km per hour. So from this statement we find that a car जो कि rest पे थी, then वो start हुई, and after that it gains a velocity of 54 km per hour. मीन्स अब वो 54 किलोमीटर पर आवर की स्पीड के साथ मूव कर रही है. सो नाउ वी कैन राइट फाइनल वेलोसिटी, दैट इज v is 54 kilometer per hour. Now the SI unit of velocity is meter per second, so we have to convert this 54 kilometer per hour into meter per second. So we know that in 1 kilometers there are 1000 meters, and in 1 hour there are 3600 seconds. So we can write 54 into 1000 meters divided by 3600 seconds. So by solving this we can write 18 to the 36 and 18 3s are 54, or we can write 30 by 2 or 15 meter per second. So this is your final velocity, 15 meter per second. Now again reading the statement, acquire a velocity of 54 km per hour in 2 seconds. So here one more thing is given, that is time. So time is 2 seconds, and we know that SI unit of time is second, so we don't have to change this unit. Now first thing we have to find the acceleration. So your first case is acceleration. Now by using these equations, see in the first equation here v equals to u plus at, where a is acceleration. So if we know v, u and t, we can calculate a from here. So okay, by using the first equation of motion, that is v equals to u plus at, or we can write a equals to v, अब ये प्लस का u है, when it will go to on other side it will becomes minus u, and here a and t are multiplying each other, so when t goes on the other side it will divide, so it will be, acceleration will be a equals to v minus u over t. So we can write a equals to, here v we have calculated or converted it into its basic units, meter per second. So v is 15 minus initial velocity u is 0 over time. Time is 2 seconds and it is given here. So it will be v minus u over t. So 15 over 2, that will be 7.5, and we know that the SI unit of acceleration is meter per second square. So here we have calculated acceleration. Also in second part we have to calculate distance traveled by the car. So your second part is for the distance. Now see, in the second equation is for distance, s equals to ut plus half at square. Now we have u, we have t, and we have a also. So we can use this equation also, and here we can use this equation also, because here we have s, that is distance. So s is equals to v square minus u square over 2a, because here 2as is in multiplication. So by using any of the two equations, let us use s equal to ut plus half at square. So by using this equation, s equals to, here u we know that is 0, time is 2 seconds plus half, acceleration we have calculated 7.5 into t square. So t is 2 seconds, so 2 square will be 4. So again s equals to 0 into 2 is 0 plus half into 75 over 10. I can write 7.5 as 75 over 10 into 4. Now by solving this, 2 2s are 4 and 2 1s are 2, 5s are 10, and again, so we can write s equals to 0 plus, again we can also solve this, 5 1s are 5 and 5 5s are 25, so 0 plus 15, or we can write 15, and we know that the unit of distance is meters. So s is 15 meter. So here we have calculated acceleration by using first equation of motion, that is final velocity. Here we have calculated acceleration, and here we can calculate distance by using both the equations.